Everybody. Listen, we are finally into Crucial Conversations. I am excited. So this is by Patterson, Grenny, McMillan, and Switzer. There's some books that I have read, and this is one of them that gets all in my business, all on my street, all in my block, and all in my bed. Goodness, honey. So we're going to get into it. Chapter 1 is called What is a Crucial Conversation? So they start by quoting George Bernard Shaw. The biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. So are we communicating? Are we doing something else? Is this really us talking, processing, or what is we doing is what I got from that. Okay, so they say, I'm sorry, because there's a group of them. When people first hear the term crucial conversation, many conjure up images of presidents, emperors, prime ministers seated around a massive table while they debate the future. Okay, crucial conversations that they're referring to happen every day. They're day-to-day conversations that affect your lives. Okay, for example, you're talking with your boss about a possible promotion. She thinks you're not ready. You think you are. Second, stakes are high. Okay. You're in a meeting with 4 coworkers. You're trying to pick a new marketing strategy. You've got to do something different or your company isn't going to hit its annual goal. Third, this is the big one, y'all. You're in the middle of a casual discussion with your spouse, and he or she brings up an ugly incident that took place at yesterday's neighborhood block party. Apparently, not only did you flirt with someone at the party, but according to your spouse, you were practically making out. You don't remember flirting. You simply remember being polite and friendly. Your spouse walks off in a huff. It wasn't me. You know that song? Remember that song by somebody tell me in the comments, the reggae song, It Wasn't Me? That's what I'm hearing in my head. Goodness. So crucial conversations is a discussion between 2 or more people. Stakes are high, opinions vary, emotions run strong. Okay. When you be fussing and having heated discussions, heated fellowship, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So how do we typically handle crucial conversations? We avoid them. We can face them and handle them poorly. We can face them and handle them well. Okay. So they say sometimes we boldly step up to hot topics. We monitor our behaviors. We offer up the best work. We mind our P's and Q's. Sometimes we are flat out good. Okay. And other times, however, then what had happened was, okay. So they say crucial conversations are frequently spontaneous. Most often than not, they come out of nowhere. And since you're caught by surprise, you're forced to conduct an extraordinarily complex human interaction in real time. There are no books, there's no coaching, and certainly no short breaks while a team of therapists run to your aid and pump you up with nifty ideas. That's what I need. Because let me tell you, I help people every day, and I can give you the best case scenario. I can tell people all the time what they should do. However, when it comes to Z, that's why I do what I do, y'all. That's why I'm reading these books, because I need them. And I know I'm not the only one, because those Z babies, when Z be Zing, when Zazzy don't be Zazzy-ish. Okay. So common crucial conversations. I mean, you got to get this book. Y'all got to get this book right here, right? And you can find it everywhere. You can find it at the thrift store. There's a different version though. Because some people in my my book club, they have different versions of the book, but the meat and potatoes is still the same. We just ain't on the same page as far as, okay, what page? I'm on page 9. Okay, well, that ain't on page 9. You can find it at the public library. You can find it, like I said, thrift stores. This book has been out for a while. This is the 3 millionth copy. 30 million copies sold, right? So, Walmart, Kmart, all your local stores. I'm not supporting anybody, but you can find this book everywhere is what I'm basically trying to tell you. Okay. So some common crucial conversations in a relationship, talking to coworkers who behave offensively or make suggestive comments, asking a friend to pay a loan. Okay, asking a friend to repay a loan, giving your boss feedback about her behavior, approaching a boss who's breaking his own safety or quality policies. Okay, asking a roommate to move out. Ooh, resolving custody or visitation issues with an ex-spouse. Dealing with a rebellious team. Talking to a team member who isn't keeping commitments. Discussing problems with sexual intimacy. Confronting a loved one about substance abuse problems. Talking to a colleague who is hoarding information or resources. Giving unfavorable performance reviews. Asking in-laws to quit interfering. Talking to a coworker about personal hygiene problems. Ooh, Lord. Child, we're going to be into this. I'm telling you, I know I got on your block and your street and your business just a minute ago. You can't say that I didn't get in there, okay? Because I feel like I was like, get in there. What was the slide, honey? We were sliding. I was sliding into your business, okay? So let's get into chapter 2, which is called Mastering Crucial Conversations. They start the chapter by quoting Martin Luther King, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter." Oh, that's good. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Okay, so we need to be talking about things. So he talks about discovery. They give this in-depth scenario. So I'm not going to get into that. You got to get into that with the book. But what they say is it starts with dialogue, right? So dialogue is a free flowing meaning between two or more people. You guys are flowing. You guys are talking. Things are going good. Then what happens? Okay. He said, then you're feeling the pull of shared meaning. So here we go. This is when the crucial conversation happens. When two or more of us enter a crucial conversation, by definition, we don't share the same pool. Okay. So I'm in this pool of meaning. What I'm trying to say was, and then you in this other pool. Well, what had happened was, okay, so they say, so now obviously they don't agree with every idea. They simply do their best to ensure that all ideas find their way into the open. Okay, you share your little bit. Okay, what you saying? Oh, okay, I'm listening. You listening? I'm listening. You don't look like you listening. Well, I'm trying to listen. You getting on my nerves. It's starting to get heated. Okay. First, individuals are exposed to more accurate and relevant information. They make better choices. In a very real sense of a pool of shared meaning is a measure of a group's IQ. Okay. When people openly and freely share ideas, an increased time investment is more than offsets the quality of the decision. So you got to invest that time to listen. Are you listening? A lot of times folks don't be, that be the problem. You already know when you're talking to someone, it's like, dang, if you just listen to me. And so what I like to do is I'm a very active listener. So you've got to give me a chance to get in and say what I heard. Because if you don't give me a chance to get that in so that you can make sure I'm hearing you right, then we're going to have a problem, So I have to have time. So a lot of times I will kind of cut you off because I have to, but I'll try to say, okay, give me a second. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. Because I want to make sure that I'm clear. And I always start with that. All right. So they give another scenario. But what they say eventually, as one idea leads to the next and then to the next, they can come up with an alternative that no one had originally thought of and that all wholeheartedly supported. As a result of free flowing, meaning the whole final choice are greater than the sum of the original parts. So he says when you guys are flowing together and this comes to the next thing, y'all listen to each other, you guys get into a pool of shared meaning, which is the birthplace of synergy. Now, if you've been following me, we've talked about synergy before. There's several books. We're talking about the book The 7 Habits by Covey. He really got into synergy. So please go back and look for that discussion. I did that, broke down that whole book. It's a great book. You got to get it. Okay. So since the shared meaning, people will act on whatever decisions they make up in their mind. Okay. So both in unity or in conviction. So we can have a shared pool of meaning and synergy and we all in the different places. And you'd be like, that ain't, I'm glad you ain't arguing with me, but that ain't what I said. Okay. Whatever the decision-making method, whenever the decision-making method, the greater the shared meaning in the pool. The better the choices, the more the unity, and the stronger the conviction, whoever makes the choice. So they say every time we find ourselves arguing, debating, running away, or otherwise acting in an ineffective way, it's because we don't know how to share meaning. So we ain't on the same page. That's what I've been saying. We ain't on the same page. So we need to play salute and stay mute. That is, we don't confront people in positions of authority or at home where we play freeze your lover with this torture technique. We give loved ones the cold shoulder in order to get them to treat us better. So you know how some folks don't be out here, you don't be wanting to fellowship with your partner because you mad. Now, the Bible say don't go to sleep on your wrath. I say, come together. And then after y'all come together, everything seems a lot better. Your ears are clear. You can hear better. You done clogged out those pipes and everything can work so much better when the pipes are clear. You can listen. Everything you was arguing about before. What was we arguing about? I don't even remember. See, we good now. See? Synergy. I'm telling you, it could be a blessing. They say sometimes we rely on hints, sarcasm, humor, innuendos, and they look for a disguise to make our points. Okay. So they said, don't be afraid to confront the individual. We blame an entire team of problems, hoping the message will hit the target. So we don't want to do a lot of that. Sometimes I do that in conversation. I can be very sarcastic, but you got to make sure you're hitting home with whatever it is that you're trying to say. Okay. So I want to just get into it. So, dialogue, he says, a skill that requires, we've got to master high stake interactions, but it's a skill that we can all learn. And so when we get through this book, we're going to all learn how to do it. Okay. So I want you all to stay tuned. Everybody, get the book so you can discuss it with me, please.